Let's take a look at a 1977 project list from Kenner to see what Star Wars toys almost got made. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a new video. So what are we going to look at today? Well, we're going to talk about a 1977 project list by Kenner. This, along with some blueprints, was found on eBay by a collector a few years ago. Now we're going to dig over the list. Not everything on here is Star Wars, so I'm going to stick just to the Star Wars stuff and try to figure out what was planned that we didn't get, or at least what they were thinking of doing. Some of this stuff did get released, so it's easy, like the Star Wars Droid Factory. We know what that is. And if you're watching this on Memorial Day weekend, all shirts are on sale at junkmanmerch.com for $13, like this Pop Explosion t-shirt. Sure, you'll look cool in that. So let's get to this list. Now, before we get into Star Wars, let's start at the bottom. The Steve Austin sports car. As far as I know, this was going to be in the $6 million man line. It's odd that they didn't put $6 million man sports car and listed as Steve Austin, but I figure they didn't want people to think maybe it was a sports car for Bigfoot. Now, this sports car never got released, but in 1977, Bionic Woman did get a sports car release. And you know Kenner, they like to reuse some of the same stuff, so they're probably going to take that sports car from 77, repackage it, maybe paint it a little different, and release it as Steve Austin, the $6 million man sports car. That's just my theory, like a lot of stuff on here, because I don't know that much about the $6 million man line. All I remember, they were fun to play with. So if you're a collector of the $6 million man Kenner line, let me know about the Steve Austin sports car. Maybe there's some prototypes out there or something I didn't know about. Next on the list doesn't have Star Wars next to it, but I'm assuming that it's Star Wars. The SSP van ramp set. Kenner had already been doing the SSP vans before Star Wars, and they did a line of 2 Star Wars vans. One in black that was the Empire van, and then a Rebel white van. My guess is they were going to take their earlier set that came with a ramp, retool it, have it come with the 2 Star Wars van, and sell it for the 1978 line. Next up is Star Wars TTP. No, that doesn't mean toilet paper. This was a line of kind of stunt motorcycles. Then they worked it into the $6 million man line. And again, Kenner liked to reuse some of the same stuff, especially early on. So, it's my theory is that they would probably took the $6 million man one that came with a Steve Austin and a Bigfoot, retool it, and probably put Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader inside. The Kenner project list gives us nothing but a title. So again, this is just a guess. So I'm guessing this $6 million man TTP line would have been retooled to a Star Wars one. And I'm guessing that Luke and Vader would have been inside the pods. Next on the list, we got Bingo Babies. Now, I'm going to focus on Star Wars, but I did Google some of these. I didn't find anything Kenner related to the words Bingo Baby, Buckaroos, and Willies. Couldn't find anything related to that. Preschool construction set, a railroad toy. Let's get back up to Star Wars. Then we get the Star Wars Droid Factory. I think we can all figure out what that is. That's the Droid Factory. We did get that released, so nothing really there to talk about. Next is an exciting one, Star Wars Mini Tarkin. That's right, a mini Tarkin action figure. It was on their list. So why did they make the Tarkin action figure? Well, I did a whole video why I think they didn't make a Tarkin figure. And also, my other theory is that Series 2 was going to focus more on the holiday special. Check that video out if you didn't. Man, here's another Star Wars figure we didn't get. The Mini Rebel Ground Support Crew figure. What is this one? I think this would be the Rebel Ground Support Crew. Those that were around the X-Wing and the hangar. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next up is the Star Wars Mini Pilot that became the Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot. Let's see what we got next. The Shocking Death Star game. This one intrigued me by the name, and I wasn't really sure what this could be, but I do have a theory. Kenner could have been planning to retool their Turn-On game, released a few years earlier, as the Shocking Death Star game. This was a game where you hold onto a little metal bar so you could build up enough energy in each player where if they touched another player, they could pass that shock along. Sounds pretty crazy of a game, and I would have probably been terrified to play it as a kid. Again, this is just a theory, but I couldn't find anything shock related with Kenner besides the Turn-On game. And like I said, Kenner loved to recycle some of the toys, especially early on in the Star Wars line. And the last Star Wars one on the list, Star Wars game. Now it says PAMP, PAMP game. I don't know what a PAMP game is, and I blew it up. It looks like there's a hyphen after P, and I thought, well, maybe that's an R, Star Wars Ramp Game. But I could find nothing Ramp Game related to Kenner, so I don't really have a theory of what this is. So I'm putting this one out there for you guys also. Maybe you know. So I've looked around. I couldn't find any game that I thought could be a retooled into Star Wars that matched the title of this one. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Top of the list was something called Ozone System. Again, this isn't Star Wars related, but I was curious of what that was. So I Googled the name, but I couldn't find anything under Kenner for that. So I'm curious of what that was also. Anyway, that's a look at the product list from 1977. Sadly, most of these we didn't get, some of them we did. I know we all would have loved to get a Tarkin figure. And those Rebel Ground Support Crew figures, that would have been kind of cool to have too. Although I would have preferred a Rebel Trooper, I guess I could act like it was the same thing. Anyway, tell me what you think about this list. Tell me what you think about some of my theories. Maybe I missed something. You can explain one of these better than I can of what it might have been. Thank you for watching. As always, thumb up so I know you like my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Junkman. Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.